What is up, guys? So how do you program a double jump? Right here is the puppet microchip. So if you're using a base puppet and you're going to put your sculptures on this puppet to create your character, yes, that's how you can make characters. You can look up my how to make characters tutorial in my channel playlist, or how to remix characters. It's one of the other, or one or both. You can look it up on YouTube. But this is the easiest way that I found that you can make a double jump animation. Press L1 and square on your puppet, then raise the double jump meter as high as you want to raise it. Right here, you can change the animations of the double jump. These are the double jump animations hooked into the proper tabs that go along with the puppet interface. So you can see jump ascent is this keyframe, jump peak is this keyframe, and jump descent when you're falling is this keyframe. Press L1 and X on them to edit them, and then move around the limbs on your puppet character, So what does a double jump look like after you've raised the height for it? Well, this is what it looks like. This is the first jump, second jump. There's other ways to do this with the mover gadget, which is really handy and can come in handy for certain types of games. So be aware of that also. If you wanted to change the animations, you should be able to click these tabs right here, and it'll quickly edit these keyframes connected to the proper tabs. What you would do is just move around the limbs, like so, make it look right. You can look on my animation tutorial and my parkour tutorial, as well as there's another one. I'm trying to remember the name. I don't think I'm remembering the name, but I have an animation playlist, and you can check out my animation playlist by clicking on my channel name, then going to my channel playlist. So right now we are editing the animations for the jump. You can also increase these tabs right here, such as the arm vigor, arm flail. I usually turn down motion sensor, and I usually turn off auto look so the character isn't looking for something. Sometimes it helps to turn off the procedural animation or the procedural walk. You may not need to do that though, but just in case, know that you can turn that stuff off also with keyframes. We're going to use one of these keyframes to turn up the springiness while he's jumping. As you can see, he's more springy. So this is a good way to polish your animations in Dreams PS4, and this is a good way to make double jump animations. You can program your own double jump animations again with the mover or the advanced mover gadgets right here, but you really don't need to program it because you can just use the puppet interface. But programming it is good for certain circumstances where your puppet interface may be off, or you might need it to move in a fixed direction, if that makes sense. So that's sort of what this stuff is for. Check out my built-in hitbox tutorial and my fighting game hitbox tutorial. These are used for different things. Check out my combos tutorial, my fighting game tutorial, and my 2D game tutorial. They should help you. If you ever need to turn off the jump animations and stuff, press L1 and square on this microchip, and then turn it off with a keyframe, or connect an on switch to it, and then turn off the on switch when you need to. Right here we have distance from ground. This calculates the puppet's distance from ground. So if you needed to make it to where if the character is too high and he needs to be hurt upon impact, you would use a calculator in unison with this, and then you would make your hurt damage animation turn on if a button isn't pressed in time. There's a lot of useful stuff in here for your jump animations, so look through this. You can also use this to polish your game. Check out my how to polish game tutorial. Right here is the puppet interface. I usually put it on possessable, force possession. Then use a camera pointer if I need to get it in a fixed position of where the camera is looking. The camera pointer is actually using this camera right here. So these are the camera pointer settings as long as it's put on possessable force possession. If it's put on remote, I believe there's still a way to use the camera pointer. You might have to put it on sticky. So this is how you make double jumps in Dreams PS4. The reason why you might want to program your own double jump is the same reason why you might want to program your own procedural walk. Sometimes your character might be on a skateboard, and Dreams doesn't come with built-in animations for that. If you ever have to make your own animations, don't forget to turn off the procedural walk if it's for the walk animation. Then you want to turn and put this left stick inside of the walk animation, and then you would want to put a left stick inside of an on off switch and a keyframe right here that turns off the procedural walk. Then you might also need an AND gate. All this stuff together you would then plug into the timeline of your procedural walk, to where if the left stick is being used, then the procedural walk turns on your built-in procedural walk that you made, but it also turns off the procedural walk that comes with your puppet interface by pressing L1 and square. Or not puppet interface, blank puppet, this blank puppet stuff. And your procedural walk tab is right here. So you want this to be turned off by either plugging something in here that turns it off, or doing it my way. You can also turn off motion controls over here. By deleting this. Sometimes it helps to delete these two things. Sometimes you also want to turn off auto jump. Usually if you don't want your character to follow anything, like if it's a CPU following your player, you turn off these things, or delete or turn off the follower tab, microchip inside of your puppet. You can check out my labels and collisions tutorial if you need more advice on how to use labels and collidables and what this is for. You can also check out my hitbox tutorial. It should help you out. Also, check out my how to make health bars tutorial and my persistent health bars tutorial if you need a health bar that stays the same level by level. I hope this helps out, guys. I put a lot of information into this because it was a simpler tutorial, so I was able to put more stuff that you guys might be able to use for your games, more advice into this tutorial. Here's a game that I'm working on. If you guys want to follow me in Dreams, I'm Young Tech's YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Dreams, and follow me on Twitch. I'm Young Text on Twitch, Young Text on YouTube, and Young Text YouTube in Dreams. Here's the game that I'm working on. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm working on a few games. And as you can see, I can give you an example of what the fall thing would look like if you were too high and didn't press a button. We're just gonna rewind. I'm trying to get up there. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. There we go. If he gets up there, like I didn't know. If he gets up there, he can grind left and right. There we go. Well, as you can see, he's still kind of doing it, but I fell off. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's a few things you can grind on. There's going to be more tricks and stuff. There's actually a lot of tricks so far. Like, I didn't realize I put this many tricks in here. I also have a skateboard tutorial and a stealth game tutorial for how to make scary games. 2D game tutorial, animation, attack animation, and tricks, I think, animation tutorial. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, there's one more trick. Alright guys, peace out, and check out my main menu and my UI and character select tutorial if you guys need more advice on game making stuff.